Hi, guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome to the family. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. And I'm so happy to have you all here watching this video right now. If you're a regular viewer of my videos, you probably already know quite a number of stuff about me by now. And if you're here for the first time, or if you don't know yet, I'll just give you a brief background before I get into the content of this video. So I'm a Zimbabwean student studying at Ashesi University. I'm majoring in computer science, and I like to do videos about my journey in school, personal development, career development, so that I can help you and we can help each other be the best version of ourselves as young people. So today's video is going to be about my biggest regrets from my first year of university. The first one that I regret is underestimating the workload in an accelerated semester. So, I'd already taken a gap year after my A levels. So I was excited to be going to school finally because, staying at home. But I wasn't really at home because I was working at an institution called Star Leadership Academy. You can watch some videos about that institution on my channel. I have a few of those if you'd like to learn more about Star. But when I was coming to school, they told us that you're going to be coming to an accelerated year. And it was also exciting because I was like, oh, I'm going to be starting school in 2024. And by 2027, I'll be done. And that's like 3 years instead of four. So it's going to be so fast. So I was so excited, speaking about it. Oh, it's going to be an accelerated year. It seemed so glamorous. And I did not know that it was going to be hard. It was going to be difficult. Um, First of all, adjusting to the university way of learning, being responsible for my own study, being responsible for how I'm grasping the content myself, no one following after me to make sure that I've understood, to make sure that I'm getting the help that I need. It was just also difficult juggling that, being in a fast paced semester where everything was just moving so fast. And some of the ways that I underestimated the workload was just by like taking on other things that I decided to do in addition to doing my schoolwork, like the extracurriculars that I did. There's one called iGEM. I did a video about it recently. You can go and watch that as well if you'd like to. There are actually two of them. One is me get to know our team, and the other one is just snippets of the whole iGEM experience. So yeah, I underestimated the workload and what I could have done better in terms of not underestimating the course, the workload in the accelerated semester was I could have planned my things well. Because the more things that I took in, the more things that I decided to keep on doing, the more overwhelmed I got. And as I got overwhelmed, I was so excited about being in school and I wanted to take on as much opportunity as I could. But it wasn't easy because I didn't understand the art of planning. I wasn't even using like, calendars and task trackers and all of that. And everything was just so jumbled up for me. And it happened that sometimes I was now just, especially in my academic work, I was not just submitting like mediocre work, just submitting for the sake of submitting. And I wasn't now taking in the content and really learning. In some of my courses, I was just firefighting to finish the course and to pass. And at the end of the day, when I look back and try to think about what exactly it is that I actually learned, I realized that I didn't learn much because I wasn't really engaging with the content for the sake of learning because I underestimated the workload and took on so much and it all became very overwhelming for me. So that's the first one. And the second thing that I regret is not asking for guidance early enough. Being someone who came from high school and was doing exceptionally well and then went on into the workforce for a year, I felt like an adult. I felt like I could do it all by myself. So I wasn't the kind of person who would like ask for help, ask for guidance. And my school, there's all these amazing resources that you can take advantage of. We've got peer tutors, we've got an academic advisor, we've got the faculty themselves and the faculty interns. They're always willing to help. They have slots for office hours where you can go in and get extra help if you need it. But I did not take advantage of those things in my first year because for some reason I thought I was do it all tonight. So I thought I could do it and like I had it handled. But I wish that I had started seeking guidance and asking for help earlier Because sometimes it's not about you failing. You don't need to be struggling for you to then start asking for guidance and help. Sometimes it's good to always just have people that make sure that you're still in the right direction, even if you're doing well already. And if I had done that, I believe I would have done so much better than I did on my own. And I believe that the work would have been so much easier. Even though, like I said in my first point, I underestimated the workload. I believe the workload would have been so much easier to take on if I had been leveraging on opportunities such as office hours, peer tutors, you know, building relationships with the faculty and the faculty interns, and also even taking advantage of the seniors that had gone through what I was going through at the time. So the third thing that I regret, even though I said that the workload was a lot, I do regret not starting side projects earlier. As a person who's studying computer science, having projects is very important for like your resume and your CV when you're applying for other opportunities. And my first year would have been a very good opportunity, a very good time to start doing such things because most of the content that I was doing in my computer science core courses during first year were things that I had already done because I did computer science in A level. So most of the content was not new. So if I'd wanted to expand on my knowledge and step out of my comfort zone and take on new things, I could have done that because I wasn't really strained in terms of the academic load when it came to the CS courses. So I could have taken advantage of that time to take on other projects. And I believe with the guidance, if I had sought guidance and help, I could have been directed on how to do that as well. And by now, my CV would be probably top notch. Because right now, we're getting into a season where it's important to be making sure that we're getting internships that are related to our career trajectory. And if I had done side projects earlier, I'd be in a better place by now. So yeah, so that was the third thing. The fourth thing that I regret is overlooking the importance of self care. Like I said earlier, I was excited to come to school. I was excited to take on any opportunity that I could take on. I was excited to be on an accelerated semester, but everything was just so jumbled up because I was not very good at my planning and task sharing and scheduling and stuff. And so when everything got overwhelming and I was just doing like everything all at once. I was doing a lot of things. I might make another video about the things that I did in my first year that I'm proud of. But yeah, as I was doing those things, I did not take care of myself very well. I would miss meals. Like at some point, it was. I know. I think I've spoken about this before in another video I've done about my first year. At some points, I would then remember that I hadn't eaten when I saw my hands shaking because I was hungry. So yeah, I overlooked the importance of self care. I wasn't exercising. I did not build like a healthy routine. And I feel like if I had started building a healthy routine earlier on in my first year, it would be so much easier for me to just be continuing with it now. And by healthy routine, I don't just mean physically. Health is very holistic. It includes spiritually, physically, mentally, and all that. So yeah, I regret not building a self care routine and overlooking generally the importance of self care and focusing more on academics and opportunities. Moving on to point number 5 of what I regret about my first year of university at Ashesi is struggling to say no and to set boundaries. I regret like there were times when I would be asked to do something by someone, or I would see an opportunity to do something and I already knew that I had a lot on my plate and I didn't even know how I was gonna plan to do the things that I already had to do that I had not done. But I would still just take on more and more and more and more. And part of that was because, being a new student in an environment, I didn't want to let anyone down. So if friends would ask me to help them with something, if people would ask me for slots of my time to meet and talk about something, I would always say yes. And that was me struggling to set boundaries, struggling to know when to say no to some things, struggling to know when I've taken on as much as I can, and I just need to stop. So, the Ashesi environment is just an environment with endless opportunities. Like, there's a lot that you can do, but I think it's important to know when to stop taking on too much, because it's one thing to be doing a lot of things and it's another thing to be doing things well. And I think it's more important to be doing the things that you're doing very well instead of just to be doing a lot of things and not doing any of them well. So that's the first thing that I regret of my first year at uni, and that I'm working on fixing now that I'm in second year and going forward. And the sixth thing that I regret is focusing too much on academics and professional growth and missing out on all the fun parts of school. So yeah, in as much as Ashesi is a fast-paced environment, there's also a lot of cool things that people plan. Like the student council planned a lot of different events for us in my first year. There was the Aquaba night, which was a welcome event. There was a Ashesi student council week, which was a week filled with fun things. I did a video on that as well, so you can go and watch it if you'd like to see what that was like for us in my first year, because I think every year is different. Um, so I deprived myself of just getting the full university experience. Sometimes my friends had to then like force me to like go out and see what's happening and have fun, because I would always be focused on my academics, my the other things that I'm doing on the side. And I don't think that was a very good thing to do. I mean, in as much as it's important to know your priorities, it's also important to get a full experience of the environment that you're in. And I believe that if I had like immersed myself in such experiences more than I did, I could have also built relationships with people. Um, I could have built networks and stuff like that. And I also just would have enjoyed and like released the stress and felt less overwhelmed, you know. Yeah. So moving on to the last thing, the last thing that I regret about my first year of university is not leveraging on the Ashesi community early, right? And not networking beyond my comfort zone. Ashesi is such an amazing place because it's a very small university. And because it's very small, it's easy for you to get to know everyone with time. Because, yeah, you'll probably be meeting the same people over and over again. And that's to do with both students and faculty as well. And a cool thing about the faculty of Ashesi universities, they have an open door policy. So they're always encouraging students to come in and say hi. Even if you don't have a serious thing to talk about, just come have a conversation. Let's get to know each other and stuff like that. In my first year, I was timid, I was shy, like I wasn't used to like building relationships with people that I think are older people. I think one thing that I've learned about university as time has gone forward is that like now this is adult life. Yeah, so we're all adults. It's no longer, oh, I'm a student. This one is a teacher. I should stay in my lane. I mean, of course, there's a certain level of respect that you should give to people that are obviously higher in rank than you, but don't shy away from building relationships with your faculty. Don't shy away from building relationships with people that you think are seniors. Another thing that I realized later on is that there's no such thing as seniority in university. And that applies to like building relationships, and it also applies to opportunities. Like don't shy away from things because you think, oh, I'm still young because I'm only in first year. So yeah, I regret not leveraging on the Ashesi community early. I wish I had been going for office hours even if I didn't need help, just to build relationships with my lecturers. I wish I had been going into offices to speak to the people in different departments, to get to know what they're doing, to get to know how I can help, to just like get to know them, what's their motivation, what do they enjoy the most about working at Ashesi and stuff like that. And I feel like this could have gone a long way. Um, Especially now in the season that I'm getting into, that I've spoken about before, where a lot of people who are at the stage that I'm at are looking at, oh, what internships are we going to be doing that are CS related and stuff like that. I could get recommendations and stuff. And some relationships, it's not always okay. Relationships are not always supposed to be transactional. Um, This, I believe that this is the time to be building lifelong relationships and networks. And that cannot be done if you shy away from the community that's around you. So, to anyone watching this video, I want to encourage you to step out of your comfort zone. If you're not someone who likes to um, talk to people or to go out of your way and reach out to people, make it a goal. Like, challenge yourself. Tell yourself every day, I'm going to say hi to one new person. You can start off by just saying hi, and then you can put it a notch higher and start conversations beyond just saying hi and how are you. There's something that somebody said in a meeting that I was sitting in yesterday that really struck me. Um, he said that people like to talk to students. Okay, and I'm referring to people that are not students. I'm referring to people that are in positions of influence and power. They like to speak to students. The moment you graduate and you're no longer a student, they're no longer interested in you. Because when you're still a student, there's this element of, oh, I'm impacting young people, I'm impacting the youth, having a conversation with this person, I'm helping them grow, you know? So this is the time for us to leverage on such things because later on we might no longer have access to those people in the same way because later on after graduating maybe they'll be thinking that we just want to speak to them transactionally. You want a job opportunity, you want an internship opportunity, but like if you start building those relationships now, later on when you need them, you will already have established them and it will be easier for you. And for me, because I'm gonna start working on it as well. So yeah, that's it for my video today. Those are the things that I regret the most about my first year of university as an Ashesi. If you're an Ashesi or anyway, I believe that these are things that are universal. You can apply them in any institution that you're at. So I hope that you found these things helpful and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're someone who's into youth personal development and professional development as well, this is the place to be because it's a journey and we're learning together. And I'm always excited to share my experiences, the things that I think I did right, and the things that I think I did wrong, so that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I make. Thank you for watching the video. See you on the next one. And I'm trying to be more consistent, so I'm going to be trying to upload at least one video each month. So look out for that and stay tuned. Bye.